Hello everyone and welcome to Crusader Kings 2 with the Avatar 4 Nations mod. Now this mod is still very much in development, so whenever there's a new update, it's very exciting to check out all of the new features that have been implemented. Now in the previous version of this mod, I have started as the Lord Sozin, and I played as the Fire Nation in general, and we tried to take over the whole world. We were successful in defeating the Air Nomads, and then well, we started our war with the Earth Kingdom, and then unfortunately the whole save got corrupted, and that was very unfortunate. But still, if you want to check out that campaign, you can do that. I'll leave a link to it in the description, and maybe it will pop up here as well. But that was obviously with the previous version of the mod. With the new version, there have been some, well, new features implemented, and I guess the primary focus was on the Earth Kingdom and the Earth King himself, because now we actually have a chance to take back our kingdom and make the Earth Kingdom great again, I guess you could say. But yeah, maybe I should not use that phrase. Anyways, so that's obviously cool. Really, I'm looking forward to this. I personally like the Earth King, or the Earth Benders, I guess, the most, because if I had to choose an element, it probably would be, if I had to choose an element that I could bend, I guess, it would probably be Earth. I like all of them, obviously, because the balance is the best, of course. But I think if I really had to choose, being an Earthbender would be my favorite. So yeah, from what I can tell so far, we obviously have some changes to the map. I am looking at the forums. There will be a link to that in the description as well if you want to stay up to date on all of the updates, I guess, that the developers give you. I do follow that, but not very closely, so I'm not really sure what has changed, other than obviously that there have been some new features for the Earth King. But I can see that we have some changes to the map, as I said. I think it just looks nicer. You can now, I don't know what it looked before, to be quite honest, but it just does look different. It might be simply because I'm using the terrain map mode. Maybe it's not all that different from, yeah, maybe it's not all that different. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, what we do have, though, that I definitely recognize, we have a clickable mini-map, which is really nice. It's still representing Europe, which is funny, but you know, that's not that big of a deal. More important is that it actually is clickable, because you know, that makes your life much easier. So yeah, I do appreciate that change, most definitely. Now, yeah, I think we're gonna start off by reading this little text here. So Sozin's coronation is so far the only start date we can actually pick. But yeah, with the passing of his father, Sozin was crowned as Fire Lord, leader of the advanced and prosperous Fire Nation. Meanwhile, the Earth Kingdom continues to fracture under the watch of yet another Earth King, who is a mere puppet of Ba Sing Se's treacherous royal court. As Sozin's friend Avatar Roku travels the world to learn the four elements, a celestial body hurtles towards the world, a comet that will usher in a new era. Yes, so as Earth King, you are all too aware of the machinations, whatever, of the royal court and your Dai Li? Is it Dai Li? I think I'm gonna go with Dai Li. Anyway, Dai Li agents. Perhaps it is time for a change, and for you to restore order and stability to your kingdom. You will have to tread carefully, however, as the Dai Li, oh, anyway, are always watching. Alright, so now that we have figured this out, we're gonna continue here. Yeah, so first of all, if it's Dai Li or Dai Li, I don't know. Of course, you guys know I'm pretty bad with pronunciations, usually. It's just, you know, I don't know. Especially Chinese things that I then have to say in English, I guess, or pronounce the English way, it's always difficult to do that. So whether it's Yitai or Yidi, or if it's Dai Li or Daily, I think Daily just sounds like daily, like Daily Mail. So I think I'm gonna go with Dai Li for the agents here, but you can correct me on that, whatever, that's fine. Also, I do wanna obviously say that any suggestions that you guys make here, I won't be able to implement until episode 6, because the first 5 episodes of this I will record in a row, so any questions I might ask you, I won't get answered until episode 6, so just keep that in mind if you make any suggestions. But yeah, so now that I've just blabbered on, I think we should actually talk about what the goal is of this campaign. Obviously it is to retake the Earth Kingdom, because even though we are technically the Earth King, we don't really control much. We only control the Royal Earth Palace well, directly, I guess, which is right here in the center of the mighty city of Ba Sing Se, which is just so incredibly amazing. It looks so cool. And yeah, obviously, so we have all of these people, all of the people in, well, in and around Ba Sing Se are our direct vassals, which is good. The rest of the Earth Kingdom, however, is just a tributary. So you can see that a lot of people paying taxes to us, which is obviously going to help out our treasury tremendously, but they are not actually, I guess, our vassals. Well, technically, well, you get the idea. They're tributaries, but they're not actually vassals. So that is obviously creating somewhat of a problem, especially once the Fire Nation starts to establish some colonies here, because I don't think we actually get a casus belli or a call to arms in the first place, and we don't really get a casus belli to defend our subjects there. So that's obviously problematic. So we need to make sure that we well, institute the crown laws over there again, so that everyone knows that we have a strong Earth King that is able to protect his people. So yeah, the way we do this is through the intrigue options. Just like with the Fire Nation campaign, we now have certain, I guess, yeah, options that we can just choose, and then we kind of have a story-driven campaign, which is very interesting. Now every other choices that I make, I guess, will be somewhat focused on roleplay, but the overarching goal here is obviously to take back the take our country back. Oh my god, I'm just blabbering out Donald Trump quotes here. They just fit. I think they fit. I mean, we build a wall around Ba Sing Se, we want to take our country back, and we want to make it great again. I think that just fits. Anyway, I don't know why I say Donald Trump. He's in the media all the time, so I guess that's why. Well, anyways, so I'm not going to be focused on roleplay according to traits too much, because I just don't think it would fit that well. It could get into the way, I guess, so I don't really want to do that too much. Anyway, I think we should finally maybe go forward. Maybe that's a good idea after talking for 7 minutes. But yeah, that always happens in the first episode. So yeah, I guess what we should do first is actually see what we can do. We could become, well, I think building a war chest is something pretty easy to do. It doesn't actually give us anything, but I still feel like it's a nice thing to have. So yeah, apparently we are the, yeah, we have the Royal Earth Palace, and we are the Earth King, which is good. But as you can see, we are just a puppet king. So this is what we need to change. We are officially king of all kings, but more a puppet of the Dai Li. Dai Li is what I said. We're gonna call it. Now, for some reason, our region is not actually of the Dai Li. I think that might change as soon as we move on. But we should actually, yeah, there we go. This is the Dai Li, so I'm assuming that they will take control very quickly. He is actually the Grand Secretariat. Yes, he is the leader. Okay. Now, the Dai Li, they are actually a military order that we can raise for 0 cost. We do have to pay a little bit of piety up front. Well, spirituality, I guess it's called. But then we have 4,000 almost earthbenders under our command. So yeah, I think defending Ba Sing Se is pretty much guaranteed with this overwhelming force of earthbenders. But yeah, it obviously depends on if we're also able to protect our other subjects. Anyway, these guys are currently running our Earth Kingdom, and for some reason we like them a lot. Long reign? Oh, they like us a lot. Oh, that's interesting. They like us because we're a puppet king. Is that... okay, vassals like me because of it, and we gain stewardship. That's interesting. It's actually not that bad. It's not that really that bad. But yeah, Earth Kingdom upkeep. Okay, so this is... alright, okay, I like that. Because this is actually what nerfs the Earth Kingdom, because otherwise it would be an incredible superpower. So I do like that they have put this in, because we're making so much money from all of the tributaries that in previous versions of the mod, at least as far as I can remember, it was amazingly easy to make money, and yeah, you basically just steamrolled the entire world. So it's good that they put in this modifier here. But yeah, I'm rambling on again. I think what do I want to go for now? I guess as a puppet king, it technically would make sense to go for intrigue because we obviously want to take our country back. But, yeah, I'm not too sure. You know what? We're actually gonna do it. Let's just do it. Free from captivity. I think it would make sense to do this. We are ambitious after all. We're honest, which is probably not good for being an intrigue-focused guy, but still, I think that's what we're gonna go with. Alright, so, other than that, we should marry. We are 49. We do have a son, who's not married either. Prince Zhang Chun. Okay, who could you marry? Governor of the Middle Ring. Alright, Governor of the Middle Ring. Now, interestingly enough, neither we nor our son is an earthbender. So, yeah, that's obviously kind of problematic. So I would like to get some earthbending blood into this. But maybe our espionage expert, we could marry her. She's 36. She does like us quite a bit. What does she control? You know what? I guess, you know what? I've been spending enough time already. I think we're just gonna marry that lady. And then for you, we're gonna be finding someone who's maybe a little better bender. Yes. The chiefess of... I don't even know where that is. We should probably find someone that has the same spirituality, shouldn't we? Like her, but she's not that good actually. I would like to go for like a master bender. She's pretty good. Vu. She's the governor of Tad... Oh, she's very far away. Very far away. But then again, I mean, why not? Arranged marriage. Now, well, not myself actually. My son, please. Yes, she would accept that. You know what? We're just gonna go for that. We're gonna go for that. We can give out these titles if we want to. Now, I should mention here, if we have a look at the options, I could assassinate. I'm basically using the same game rules that I have shown you in previous, in my previous CK2 campaigns. After the release of Reaper's Due. I have not really changed it. I usually leave everything on default. The only thing I really changed is the, well, the assassination, that you actually have assassination button. But yeah, that's it. Alright, other than that, I think we can set a crime focus. Well, there's only one place we can go for. And we need to recruit a court physician. Yes, of course. You know what? I think I'm actually going to call for one here. Yes, go for that. And find one, please. And of course, we need to pick our first intrigue option here. So, restoration of the Earth Kingdom. Too long has the king had no power in his own kingdom. As foreign vultures approach our shores, the Fire Nation, of course, we must seize control once more to save our birthright. Of course, we will do that. So let's click on that. The Earth Kingdom has stood longer than any other nation, sprawling and complex. For too long, though, useless bureaucrats and treacherous Dai Li have wielded the real power. As Earth King, you must reclaim your past power and once again rule the kingdom, as is your birthright. Of course, I shall restore our glory. Okay, so we gain 100 prestige, and we've begun a campaign to reclaim your rightful powers as the Earth King. Perfect. So I guess the first thing that we need is 300 gold, and then we can start the Royal Mail Service. Perfect. So let's do that. Let's actually go forward. I'm not sure if I've missed out on anything here. We have a couple more titles to give out. Right, that's the physician. We'll do that later. And Governor Cha-Cha of the Middle Ring, which I believe is part of Ba Sing Se. Yes, she's actually over there. I see. Yeah, that's perfect. So she agreed to marry us. Perfect. And do I want the money or the prestige? You know what? I think we're gonna be making enough money. I'm actually gonna go with the prestige here, because that's what we're lacking. Since we've only been a puppet king or a puppet king for so long, I feel like we need to improve our prestige. Okay, and this guy, Dai Li, sounds. You know what? I like this. This guy sounds like he's one of the Dai Li. He's Dai Li. I'm wondering if he's also, if our physician here has been recruited by the Dai Li as well. That would be actually kind of interesting, but yeah, of course, that is me just being paranoid. So yeah, word has reached you of a much beloved old man named Dai Li that resides in a nearby village. The old man spends his days freely helping the villagers with various medical matters such as concocting, okay, herbal remedies and amputating infected limbs. Okay, so 56 gold if... Oh, he wants us to donate a large sum of gold to the village. Ah, very interesting man. But yeah, he seems pretty decent actually. Yeah, he's a renowned physician, he's quick and celibate. He's just very old, but I think we're gonna take him anyways, and we'll see how it goes. And now our son has married a very powerful bender as well, so I hope that we will get the bender strength into our own bloodline once again. That would be perfect. Okay, at a festive outing in the wild, I found myself alone with Chanok, which is one of my vassals. Okay, 575er spirituality. It's a society composed of elite... Basing says female nobility and has rigid standards of membership. Okay. The society focuses on poetry. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Now, obviously, guys, I don't know too much about the Avatar in, well, I guess the lore, because there's just so much to know about it, and it's been a while since I watched the series. And, you know, I try to prepare whenever I do, well, series, and I read something on the wiki, but there's just so much to read about, so many spiritualities that I couldn't really keep up. So if you have anything, then please, as I said, let me know, and I'd be happy to read in the comments. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. So what can we do? We can follow her into the warm water. Okay, you know what? Oh, I see why. She might be seducing us. Could that be? Okay, so I found myself alone with Chanok by a stream. All my friends and servants seemingly have deserted me. Hours must have passed while I laughed and talked with the captivating Chanok. Suddenly she leans in and whispers softly in my ear. Oh, I see. So she's seducing us. Well, you know what? I don't think that would really work well. I think we cannot be in... we cannot be part of any scandals, because that would make us look weak in the eyes of our subjects. At least I think so. So yeah, you know what? We're not gonna go for that. Yeah, we're not gonna fall for that. Grand Secretariat Gun Cho made a visit to Palace today, taking formal command of security there. Grand Secretariat Gun is apparently concerned with your safety and has offered the service of 2 of his finest Dai Li agents for your protection. We welcome the Grand Secretariat's aid. So yeah, okay. I was just gonna say he now takes over Regency. That's very nice. He becomes... okay, I become his new liege. He becomes designated regent, espionage expert. Oh, really? Oh, I see. He's gonna take care of that as well. But luckily, we have a wife that is pretty decent in intrigue. She's our current espionage agent or expert. So yeah, that was actually why I wanted to marry her, but okay. Okay, and 2 courtiers appear, Guer and Cao Di. I see. I knew that was gonna happen, but that's very nice. I like that. So he's now regent and designated regent. Well, actually, we don't have a regent anymore. That's interesting. But yeah, you are no longer my marshal. All right. Okay, and now he is my regent now. I see. Okay, perfect. And let's go and pick a new marshal. I guess we're just gonna go with this guy. He seems to be the best. And we should obviously also set them up. I have not done that at all. So I guess we're gonna go and train troops because we don't have any children that we could... Oh, this is researching military tech. I guess I should have done that. Oh well. Collect some taxes, of course, why not? We should also, well, scheme. You know what? You know what I could do? I'm gonna actually let him study technology. But we can't... Oh, we can do that. You know what? I'm gonna send my regent all the way to the Fire Nation. And hopefully he's gonna get captured. That would obviously be quite perfect. And our spiritual guide, I think I want him to research some cultural technology. Or improve religion. I think we're gonna improve relations first. We need to have the religious authorities on our side if we want to take control of our country. And our diplomat, we need to... Well, what I'm gonna do with him, I don't actually know. Is there any vassal that particularly hates us? That would be important. Governor, oh, my wife. My wife is the one that doesn't like me that much because she's powerful and no longer on the council. Alright, so we're gonna improve relations with her first. So that's just so that she doesn't kill us in our sleep. That would be quite useful, of course. She is paranoid, but she's honest as well, so I don't think she's gonna actually do any of that. Alright, so he is, I've already... I could spy on him. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's spy on him and see what we can find out. Unfortunately, his intrigue is very high, so we're probably not gonna be able to find out too much. But, well, he brought 2 people with him, if I remember. It was definitely him. This guy was our physician, and who was the other one? Cao Dai. I think he came as well. So those are the two agents of the Dai Li, yes. And the other one was Cao Dai. There we go. So we'll see what they actually do. He's apathetic. Okay, yeah, we're gonna see how things develop. I do believe, though, that for this first episode, that was enough. I know we didn't really go forward too much, but you saw the incredible speed of this mod, so we're not gonna be slowing down necessarily. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I guess the campaign will go forward fast enough, even though I was not really going forward that much in the first episode. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna end right here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.